Oakland's police chief disciplined those officers for using tear gas to try to disperse a large crowd last year. Today, the chief said that they violated policy by deploying gas at youth marchers. KTVU investigative reporter Evan-Sernoffsky sat down with the police chief this morning and joins us now live. Evan.
That's right. The chief said those officers shouldn't have used tear gas on those young demonstrators, and he said the discipline ranges from written reprimands to suspensions.
But one thing I want the community to know is that this department is holding itself accountable.
Oakland Police Chief LeRonne Armstrong said he's issued 33 disciplinary actions against officers following the tear gassing of demonstrators on June 1st, 2020. It happened after a youth march downtown that started at Oakland Technical High School. Some in the crowd came down Broadway toward the police station, where officers deployed tear gas.
We deploy gas outside of policy, and for that, we had to hold officers accountable.
The department has a strict policy that only allows police to use tear gas when there is an immediate threat. The chief said hundreds of officers have since been retrained in crowd control tactics.
Chief, why did it take a full year for you to come out and say that there's going to be discipline, that we're retraining officers, that we acted inappropriately and out of policy?
This was an enormous task. This investigation was of a magnitude that we had never seen in this department.
That investigation included 4 separate reviews that found violations from officers and their supervisors up the chain of command. The chief initially defended the tear gas, saying there were Molotov cocktails being prepared, which turned out not to be true. That angered many in the community, like activist Kat Brooks.
I want to see the new chief, LeRonne Armstrong, who keeps saying that this is a new day inside of OPD, actually do some things that make it a new day inside of OPD.
The chief said he's going to be more careful in the future about vetting facts.
And that was a lesson learned for the department about how we share information.
The episode came on the 4th day of chaotic protests that at times turned violent. 33 first responders, including 21 officers, were injured in the early days. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf said the department is also changing how long officers will be allowed to work.
In Oakland and really across the country, we are going to be changing policy to ensure that officers are not allowed to work such a long period under such intense circumstances.
Yes, I want to say to the young people that I apologize that you had to experience what you experienced.
Now, the chief said he's also changing policies around mutual aid management, and supervisors will no longer be able to deploy tear gas. Instead, they're going to be focused on supervising. Reporting live, Evan-Sernoffsky, KTVU, Fox 2 News.